What quality has helped you the most in life?
Well, that's easy. Rationality. If you're just not crazy, you have a big advantage over 95% of the people. Because most people have all kinds of crazy patches. And if you just are consistently not crazy, you get a big advantage in life.
That was Charlie Munger. He's mostly known for being the vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway and Warren Buffett's right-hand man. But that's not all. He's also the chairman of the Daily Journal Corporation, a director of Costco Wholesale Corporation, and a billionaire investor. Earlier this year, this wise old man at the prime age of 99 years old sat down to answer questions from investors in the Daily Journal in a shareholder meeting. The lessons that he taught in that meeting are well worth discussing. I chose a few that I thought could really resonate with most people who are looking to learn how to invest or improve upon what they already know. Welcome to The Eighth Wonder, a channel dedicated to making compound interest your best interest.
And this is about delayed gratification, taken to the extreme. How rational is it for a person of your age and wealth to practice delayed gratification? If it's not rational at your age, how is it rational to delay gratification for the average adult? So what's the rational point in life to live with no delayed gratification too?
I'm still doing now that I'm old, I buy these apartment houses. It gives me something to do. And we're different from the way we run them and the way everybody else runs them. Everybody else is trying to show high income so they can have high distributions. We're trying to find ways to intelligently spend money, to make them better. And of course, our apartments do better than other people do because the man who runs them does it so well for me. There are two young men that do it with me. But it's all deferred gratification. We're looking for opportunities to defer. Other people are looking for ways to enjoy. It's a different way of going at life. You get more enjoyment out of my life doing it my way than theirs. What?
The first principle is delayed gratification. This is, at least in my opinion, one of the most important principles for people to learn and apply, especially when it comes to investing. Delaying gratification means resisting immediate rewards or pleasures in order to obtain greater rewards or benefits in the future. It involves foregoing instant gratification in favor of long-term goals or outcomes. The underlying idea is that exercising self-control and patience in the present can lead to a more significant reward or benefits in the future. We are currently faced with a lot of uncertainty in the economy and in investments. This can tempt many people to panic and to start taking profits as soon as they see any. People often have this unrealistic expectation of wanting to see results as quickly as possible. This kind of mindset is a big hindrance in investing and in life. As Charlie says, even in his ripe old age, he finds that delaying gratification helps him make good decisions that yield results that are better than most. He calls it a different way of going about life, and it most certainly is. The difference it can make is unlimited. Now you might be thinking to yourself, easy for him. I wasn't born with that principle ingrained in me. How can I possibly do it?
Did you start out having to work at delayed gratification, or is that just how you were born?
No, I learned this trick early. And they've done that experiment with the two marshmallows with little kids.
Yeah.
They offer
How long can
two
you sit?
marshmallows if you wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they've done, watch them how they work out in life by now. And the delayed the little kids who are good at deferring the marshmallows are also the people that succeed in life. It's kind of sad that so much is inborn, so to speak. But you can learn it to some extent too. So
I'm gonna go home and test that out on my kids. See who does well.
I was very lucky. I just naturally took to deferred gratification very early in life, and of course it's helped me ever since.
If this is not an inborn ability, or you have not yet learned how to apply it, the good news is that you can still learn it now. It will obviously take some time and effort, but the reward in the end makes it all worth it. Charlie mentioned a particular experiment popularly known as the Marshmallow Experiment. The Marshmallow Experiment, also known as the Stanford Marshmallow Experiment, is a famous study on delayed gratification and self-control conducted by psychologist Walter Mischel and his colleagues at Stanford University in the late 60s and early 70s. The experiment involved young children, typically around 4 to 6 years old. The researchers would bring a child into a room and place a marshmallow on the table in front of them. The child was then given a choice. They could either eat the marshmallow immediately or wait for a certain period of time, usually around 15 minutes, without eating it. If they managed to wait, they would be rewarded with an additional marshmallow. The researchers then left the room, and the child was left alone with the marshmallow. They had a hidden camera set up to observe the child's behavior during the waiting period. Some children would resist temptation and find various strategies to distract themselves, such as looking away, covering their eyes, or singing to themselves. Others struggled to resist and ended up eating the marshmallow before the time was up. The interesting part of the experiment was that Mitchell and his team followed up with the children several years later and found that those who were able to delay gratification and wait for the second marshmallow had better life outcomes. They exhibited higher academic achievement, better social skills, and better emotional control compared to those who gave in to temptation and ate the marshmallow immediately. The Marshmallow Experiment shed light on the importance of self-control and delayed gratification in achieving long-term goals and success. It suggested that the ability to resist immediate rewards in favor of larger rewards in the future is a crucial skill that can have a significant impact on various aspects of life. Since its original publication, the Marshmallow Experiment has been replicated and referenced in numerous studies and has become widely recognized as a symbol of self-control and willpower. It continues to be a fascinating study that offers valuable insights into human behavior and decision-making processes, particularly in the context of delayed gratification. One of the additional things that we can learn from this experiment is how knowing the incentive beforehand can help one to be more willing to delay gratification. This comes as a result of weighing out the outcomes and determining which one would be of greater value. Once this is identified, it becomes easier to wait. You could actually say that this is a core value of this channel, since in order for you to really see the power of compounding or compound interest, you need to invest for the long term, and that means that you'll be doing a lot of waiting, but that waiting will yield great results in the long run.
What quality has helped you the most in life?
Well, that's easy. Rationality. If you're just not crazy, you have a big advantage over 95% of the people. Because most people have all kinds of crazy patches. And if you just are consistently not crazy, you get a big advantage in life. And if you're patient and a gratification deferrer, in addition to being not crazy, then it's practically a cinch. And then if you're exceptionally good at satisfying your commitments to other people, then you just automatically improved your resources and your chances in life enormously. And it's so simple.
The second principle is rationality. This principle, also known as the rational choice theory, is a fundamental concept in economics, sociology, and decision theory. It assumes that individuals are rational actors who make choices based on their preference and a rational assessment of the available information and alternatives. At its core, the principle of rationality suggests that individuals aim to maximize their own self-interest or utility. Utility refers to the satisfaction of value an individual derives from consuming goods, services, or engaging in certain activities. Rational actors make decisions by comparing the costs and benefits associated with different options and selecting the one that maximizes their utility. As Charlie says, by simply being rational, you can make better decisions and give yourself better chances of winning at the game of investing. The truth is, we don't have to understand everything and be good at everything. That thought in itself is irrational. We just need to make a few good decisions once in a while, and that will be enough. If you've been following this channel for a while, then you've probably heard me speak of opportunity cost. But what does that even mean? And how does it tie in with rationality? Opportunity cost is a fundamental concept in economics that refers to the value of the next best alternative foregone when making a choice. It represents the cost of choosing one option over another and is based on the idea that resources are scarce and have alternative uses. When making decisions, individuals or organizations often have multiple options available to them. The opportunity cost is the value of the option they could have chosen but decided not to pursue. Here's a simple example to illustrate opportunity cost. Imagine you have $100 and you can either spend it on a new video game or invest it in a stock. If you choose to buy the video game, the opportunity cost is the potential return you could have earned from investing in the stock. Conversely, if you decide to invest in the stock, the opportunity cost is the enjoyment or entertainment you would have derived from playing the video game. As this is a personal finance and investment channel, the rational thing to do in such a case would be to invest the $100 since it can compound and give you great returns, while the game on the other hand, not so much. Please note that this is purely an example and I seek in no way to bash those who would buy the game, but I'm sure you get the point.
Is it harder with success, age, wealth to hold on to rationality?
I think it's always hard, but you get better at it if you get good at it young and keep practicing. But it's never easy. If you had to, that question somebody asked, what one stock would you buy if you had to just rely on that one stock only for your sole living expenses? You weren't allowed to have any income at all. You just had to invest $1 million and live on that one stock. How many people would give an intelligent answer to that question in America? I don't think it's 1 in 100. They wouldn't even know how to begin.
He talks about something that was asked earlier on in the meeting. What stock would he buy if he could only ever have one option? This is a difficult question, but I think that if you applied it in your investment strategy, it will help you make better decisions. Becoming and staying rational is not easy. You've heard it from Charlie himself. Even after seeing great results, the temptation to no longer live by the very principles that got you to that position are even greater. It takes a certain amount of restraint in order to stay consistent, to research, and to invest in all those great things.
I think one of my favorite things that I've heard you say, and it's something I repeat often to a lot of people, is whatever you are, age and wealth makes you more so. You came up with that a while ago. What led you to
Yes,
that? And do you have any?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Do you have any? I guess.
No, I think
addendums to that?
that's true. That we all tend to, we all tend to get a little more so in every way. I thought of that when I woke up this morning and put on my trousers. And I thought, I really economized in buying those trousers. Why am I economizing in my trouser buying? But the habit is just so ingrained that I can't stop.
A bit of humor there from Charlie, something we can always appreciate from him. One thing we can learn from that though, is that these principles can help us get very far, but we should not go to the extremes with them. The sooner we can understand these principles and live by them, the better off we'll be because we'll have more time to learn and improve, just like good old Charlie. So these are the principles that I picked up from this meeting, and I hope that they resonated with you as much as they did with me. Investing is a long game and it can get a bit boring or even frustrating, which is why it is important to learn these principles and use them to your advantage. What was your favorite part of what Charlie had to say? Have you mastered any of these principles? Comment below and let me know. I hope that you found value in this video. If you did, then show some love by leaving a like and sharing the video with a friend. Consider subscribing if you haven't already done so, and click on the notification bell so you stay informed on all things personal finance and investment concerned. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you on the next video. But until then, stay invested.